And welcome to Lake Central High School. I am Evan Capozzi here with Katie O'Drobanek for Lake Central Indians girls hosting the Crown Point Bulldogs. Let's jump right into it, Katie. We got about 3 minutes till tip-off. We're running a little bit late. Had a big JV matchup here. Went to overtime. It was a real fun one at Lake Central High School in St. John, Indiana. Let's jump right into it. Crown Point, number 2 in both the 4A rankings and the state rankings for Indiana. They're 11-1, this year, 3-0 in the DAC, and LC. They're not too shabby either. Number 16 in Indiana, number 10 in the class of 4A. They're 10-1, 2-0 in the DAC this season. It's going to be a fun one.
Yeah, this LC team is young. Only got 2 seniors on the squad, but man, have these young kids picked up the slack.
They have. LC 9-game win streak right now. And talk a little bit right now real quick about these young girls that LC has.
I mean, just the freshmen that have come in with this class have really just stepped up and really shown their skill on both sides of the ball, on offense and defense. I mean, it's just unreal. I mean, we got Vanessa Wimberly, who just absolutely destroys the court. She's absolutely awesome. And she's been a great addition for this LC basketball team this year.
100%. LC is averaging 61.5 points per game this season. Like I said, they've won 9 in a row. Their only loss this season came in the second game of the year against South Bend, Washington, back in early November. Now to Crown Point. This is a team coming off a state title, looking to defend that title this year, and they've started off real strong this year, 11-1, 3-0 in the DAC. They're on a 5-game win streak. Their only loss came to Mountain Notre Dame on the 27th of November. They're averaging 60.5 points per game, and Jessica Carruthers is their leader on the floor. She's averaging 19.6 points per game this season. As we get ready to roll here with about 30 seconds to go, we apologize, no scoreboard on your screens at home. We're going to roll with us letting you know how the board looks as far as the score, the time, timeouts, fouls, all that good stuff as the players get lined up and we get ready to go to the national anthem here. They're going to present Lake Central head coach Joe Huppenthal with an award. We're going to lose Katie briefly here at the beginning of the second half as Lake Central softball gets recognized for their state runner-up run last season as we get ready for the national anthem. All right, a big thank you to the Lake Central Band for that rendition of the national anthem. And let's jump right into it as they get ready to announce the starters. We're going to go run through them real quick. For Crown Point on the floor tonight, it's a starting 5. Number 10, Alvia Santiago, Brooke Linsmith, Jessica Carruthers, Nikki Geredimos, and Lily Stoddard. And the 5 for Lake Central is Vanessa Wimberly, Riley Malosnik, Essence Johnson, Anaya Bishop, and Ayla Krieger. Vanessa Wimberly for LC, the leading scorer. Anaya Bishop, the leading scorer at 15.6 points per game. Vanessa Wimberly not far behind at 10.6 points per game.
Yeah, those stats by Vanessa Wimberly just shows the slack that she's picked up for this team as a freshman. She's a huge asset to this team this year, and she's going to be good for all 4 years.
And you heard it there, the ovation that she got when she got announced. She has come in here and made her presence felt as a freshman. Now, Katie, real quick before we tip off here, what are your keys for LC playing against a team like Crown Point who has a lot of experience? A lot of these players are coming back from a state title run last year. What does LC need to do tonight to win this game?
They just need to come out firing. I mean, we saw Crown Point shooting a lot of 3 balls in the warm-up, so if they can get out at the top and prevent them from shooting that 3, then they should be good. I mean, force Crown Point to get in the paint and make plays.
I agree. I agree 100%. Like you mentioned, we were watching warm-ups, and Crown Point seems they like to shoot the 3 ball, and they were knocking it down pretty consistently. I believe that LC's perimeter defense is going to be a big point of emphasis for head coach Joe Huppenthal in tonight's game. He knows what he's going up against, but Crown Point also knows what they're going up against. Lake Central's no joke. They're 10-1 this season, and they're ready to play some basketball here, and so are we.
Yeah, you can feel the tension in this gym after that big JV game. Everybody's real hyped up. LC's got a good student section, and they came out and supported that JV team too, which was awesome to see.
We got 8 minutes on the clock as we get ready to tip off one of the biggest girls basketball games of the year. And Crown Point will win the tip. Bringing it up, Alvia Santiago over to Carruthers, the leading scorer for Crown Point. Down low inside. She's going to go up here. A foul is called. That was Lily Stoddard who went up, and she'll get 2 free throws. Stoddard, 6'4", averaging 11 points per game and 8.6 rebounds to go along with 2.6 blocks per game for Crown Point center. The Boo Birds out early in the student section for LC as Stoddard knocks down the first. The second one will go. So a 2-for-2 trip of the line for Lily Stoddard. LC's going to run it quick. Malosnik will drive towards the baseline. A foul was called. A blocking foul. That one's going to go against Stoddard as she picks up her first. Ayla Krieger to throw this one in. It's Essence Johnson swinging it over to Vanessa Wimberly. Back out, Riley Malosnik down low. Going to set some up at the top of the key. Krieger over to Bishop. Swinging over Malosnik. She's going to shoot the 3 ball. No good off the front iron. A rebound by Stoddard. And it's going to be hard for LC to match that height of Lily Stoddard down low for Crown Point. Here's Carruthers. Crown Point's going to swing this one around. Inside, going up, the 2 is good. That's Brooke Linsmith. And she gets on the board. It's 4-0 Crown Point. Wimberly will get it across, and now she gets trapped. Swings it over. Corner, Krieger 3. No good. So over 2 behind the 3-point line for LC. Is a steal by Wimberly. She'll go up, looking for a foul, doesn't get it. Johnson grabs a rebound. Inside, Krieger, floater's good. Good hustle by LC as they cut the early lead before into half. Stoddard has it on the elbow. She's going to go to work against Krieger. Spin move inside, goes up against the glass, no good. Grabs her own rebound. They're going to call it travel. And Crown Point's going to look to apply some pressure here early. Essence Johnson into Bishop. Johnson gets it over to Wimberly. Riley Malosnik calling for it on the elbow outside for 3. No good. Johnson tips it away, and she's going to grab the board. Inside Krieger. She goes up. Oh. Straight up was the Crown Point defender, Nikki Geronimos. Now she's trapped. Malosnik and Bishop over there. She gets it away. It's Stoddard. She's going to drive baseline. Goes up with the right hand, and she got it. An early 4 points for Lily Stoddard. And I have a feeling we're going to call her name a lot tonight. It's Malosnik Driving inside, back out Johnson. Baseline J, no good. Rebound by Malosnik. Wimberly has it. She'll shoot the three. No good. It's a little bit of a cold stretch from beyond the arc to start the night for LC as Crown Point battling inside, going that way, says the referee. An empty possession for CP as we have our first substitution of the night. Number 23 for Lake Central, Caitlin Zajeski, will check in as Ayla Krieger gets a breather.
LC's got to stop Crown Point's momentum today. Crown Point's got everything right now. They need a 2 or even a 3 just to get themselves settled into this game.
Here's Wimberly. She'll drive in off the glass. It's good. That works. As Wimberly has her first points of the game. Here's Carruthers. Outside is Lynn Smith. And it's getting loud in this gym. Packed stands all the way around for this highly anticipated matchup. Here's Carruthers. She drives in. High off the glass. It's good. Jessica Carruthers has her first 2 of the night. Here's Wimberly. She gets pressured. She gets it up. It's Bishop. Inside Zajeski. Back out Johnson. She'll try from 3. Again, no good. LC can't hit. For about 4 minutes of play here in the first quarter. 8-4 lead Crown Point. And that one's going to be thrown away. And over and back will be called. LC will take possession. Katie, what have you seen so far that has caught your eye?
LC just looks a little shaky. They look a little nervous. I mean, coming in against the number 2 team in the state, I would understand it too. They just got to get inside the paint, get some 2s, get comfortable in themselves, and then they can start shooting the 3 ball when they get comfortable. But they just need to settle into this game right now.
I agree. We're only 4 minutes in. It's 8-4 lead Crown Point. Wimberly has it at the top, swings it over Johnson. Bishop now has it in the corner. LC looking for something to open up. Bishop goes up, trying to draw the foul. She did not get it. Off of a Crown Point hand, and LC is going to throw this one in from under the basket. Quick toss in. Johnson has it. Over to Zajeski. Getting it back to the point guard, Wimberly. Kick outside, Malosnik. Wimberly in trouble at the top. She's going to dribble her way out of it. Outside Zajeski. She's going to shoot 3. No good. Bishop's there. She goes up with the left, and a foul was called. So Anaya Bishop, LC's leading scorer, is going to shoot 2 free throws here with 3:08 on the clock. They're going to tag Nikki Giordamos. She collects her first foul. Anaya Bishop's first free throw does not fall.
Nadia Clayton's coming in for Riley Malosnik here, giving her a breather real quick.
So we've already seen 2 substitutions from this LC squad. They got a deep bench. Here's Estes Johnson. She goes up on the offensive rebound and puts the layup in. Crown Point going to move quick. Carruthers has it, guarded by Wimberly. One of the big matchups to watch tonight is that Carruthers versus Wimberly. As Crown Point looks to move the basketball, and they throw it out of bounds. An unforced turnover for CP. Brooke Lynn-Smith looked like she was expecting Carruthers to sprint baseline. She didn't find her. And Malosnik's going to check back in, and Wimberly's going to get a breather. Riley Malosnik's going to run the offense here. Swings it over. Clayton can't hold on. Carruthers knocked it away. It'll remain LC basketball. 2:34 on the clock. 8-6 lead Crown Point. fast-moving first quarter here. Anaya Bishop's going to throw this ball in from the side.
Nothing like the JV game, Evan.
That was a much different atmosphere than right now, but we are only about 5.5 minutes into this game, so I'd hope you can expect some madness. There's a three. Anaya Bishop knocks down LC's first three-pointer of the night, and they have their first lead of the night. Carruthers, she'll shoot the three. No good. Nice job by Zajeski to tip that ball away. Here's Clayton. She's going to kick it back out. Johnson over Bishop. Let's try again. Oh, no good. Carruthers has it. She's going to run the floor. Fast break. Take it herself. Pull up jumper. Got it. Jessica Carruthers with her second bucket of the game. 10-9 lead, Crown Point. Malasa kicks it over. It's Johnson. LC looking for something. Malosnik says, I want it. And she hits it. A corner three from Riley Malosnik. And LC takes a 2-point lead. Carruthers is going to run this, bring this basketball up. She's going to shoot. No good. Malosnik runs it, finds Clayton, inside Bishop. Good look. Nice pass from Nadia Clayton inside to Anaya Bishop, and LC leads 14-10.
Yeah, this is the LC team that we're starting to see and know now. They just needed to get settled into this game, and this is how our LC team plays.
And this crowd is letting Jessica Carruthers hear it. Here's a shot. Santiago, no good. Off of a Lake Central player. That was Zajeski down low. And it will remain with Crown Point. Jero Demos is back in, as well as number 11, Emily Phillips, for the first time tonight. Carruthers is going to throw this one in. Gets it over. Wimberly back in the game, and she's all up on Jessica Carruthers. Going that way, they say 5 seconds, I believe, on Jessica Carruthers, and LC will take over with 25.8 on the clock. Another substitution for Crown Point. We see number 20, Zoe Wells, number 15, Mariana Maldonado, enter the game. So Crown Point is really using their bench to their advantage. We've seen 4 different bench players from Crown Point enter this game already. LC going to look to most likely hold for this final shot. 13 seconds and counting. We're down to 10. Wimberly has it over to Johnson. We're down to 6. Wimberly inside. Didn't get it. They call it travel anyways with 4.0 on the clock.
Got 3 more Crown Point players checking back into this game for 4 seconds left.
LC going to apply some man-to-man pressure here. They get it in. Carruthers, she's got 2. She's got 1. Going to throw it up. Oh, did not get it to go, and that will do it for the first quarter. 14-10 lead for Lake Central. They got off to a 4-0 deficit, climbed their way back into it. We saw Anaya Bishop hit a couple shots in that first quarter. What caught your eye, Katie?
I just like the fact that LC didn't panic when their first couple shots weren't falling. They just went back to the basics, got their shots that did fall, and now they've become more comfortable into this game. I just like the non-panic from LC. You can tell that they're a good team, they're a seasoned team, and they're young, and that's huge for them to not get frazzled in a game like this when they're this young. That shows how good they're going to be in 4 years when those freshmen are seniors. Imagine them then in these big games.
Yeah, I agree 100%, and I agree with your point that you made a little bit earlier in the quarter about when LC was losing in that first quarter. You said that they needed to settle in. They needed to take their time, settle in. This is a big game. You got to get those jitters out. And you hit the nail on the head right there because that's exactly what they did. They settled in and they started to play their brand of basketball, and it's working out for them so far with a 14-10 lead. So to start this second quarter on the floor, we see Wimberly, Malosnik, Clayton, Essence Johnson, and Anaya Bishop for Lake Central, as well as Lily Stoddard, Santiago, Carruthers, Lynn Smith, and Geredmos, there, are the 5 for Crown Point. Here's Wimberly at the top of the key. LC moving the basketball. Looking for something. Clayton has it at the top. Over to Wimberly. She's got space. She's going to shoot. Off the front iron, no good. Stoddard grabs the board. Here comes Carruthers. Oh, inside Stoddard, left hand. Couldn't get it to go. Clayton did a nice job of recovering and giving a little bit of a closeout there on Stoddard's layup. That ball's hit out of bounds. LC will hold possession. And they'll throw this ball in from down low. It's going to be Essence Johnson as the inbounder. She looks. Clayton over to Malosnik. Wimberly wants to set up a set here. At the top against Carruthers. Swings it over Bishop. Bishop takes it in. Goes up. Didn't get it. That ball is tipped and Bishop finds it. Puts it in. Anaya Bishop. She's got an early 7 for LC as they lead by 6. Crown Point moving quick. Here comes Lynn Smith, and that ball is swatted away. A foul is called. They're going to get Nadia Clayton, number 4, with that foul. The second team foul for LC in this first half. Nadia Clayton's first. And it'll send Brooke Lynn Smith to the line. And she knocks down the first. Got a substitution here. Ayla Krieger will check in. Clayton will check out. We saw Krieger early in this game. She had one of the first buckets for LC. And once again, it gets allowed in here for the second. Lynn Smith can't put it in. So a 1-for-2 trip in the line for Brooke Lynn Smith. Wimberly's going to move fast up to Malosnik. Guarded by Stoddard. Wimberly at the top, swings it over Johnson. And Crown Point's in a 2-3 defensive set here. So LC's going to look to try to find something. They're going to call a carry on Krieger. So LC turns that ball over. We got 6:33 on the clock. LC leading 16-11, 3 team fouls for Crown Point, 2 for Lake Central. Both coaches still have all 5 timeouts remaining. Here's Carruthers over to Stoddard. Geredmos looking. She finds Carruthers. Back down low, Stoddard. Krieger tries to sell the charge. Didn't get it. Stoddard puts it in for the bucket. Johnson over. 3 ball. No good. Couldn't get the bounce. Was Riley Malosnik. And now Crown Point's going to run it. Carruthers trying to put a move on Wimberly. She goes inside. Got it. Good shot by Jessica Carruthers. And Crown Point has cut the deficit to 1. It's 16-15 as they apply pressure. And out of bounds. Crown Point will take possession. That's just a bad press break possession from Lake Central. We've seen them break this press already in this game, but that one didn't work out in their favor. Here comes Carruthers at the top of the key. Guarded by Wimberly. Down low, Stoddard. Outside, Santiago. Back to the top. Lynn Smith inside, blocked by Johnson. Oh! Here comes Malosnik over to Bishop, and it's out of bounds. A beautiful play from Essence Johnson. And Lake Central's going to apply pressure, leading by 1, 5:14 on the clock. Here comes Carruthers. Good defense by Wimberly. As Carruthers makes her way inside and puts it up, can't get it. Johnson with a good contest as she grabs the rebound. Wimberly inside, floater off the glass, got it. 3-point lead, Lake Central, 18-15, 4:46 remaining in the half. Wimberly got a hand down and almost tipped it away. Gerodemos gets it over to Santiago. Lynn Smith trying to work her way inside. Good help from Malosnik. Leaves Santiago open for three. She hits it. And we're tied at 18. First points of the night for Olivia Santiago. And Wimberly, they're not going to call over and back. I am surprised that they didn't call over and back. But we play on. Johnson over to Krieger. Ooh, almost threw that ball away. Good hands by Wimberly. And Johnson has it at the top. They're going to set something up here. 2-3 zone for Crown Point. They're still in it. Wimberly looks to drive. She gets inside, kicks it out. Krieger, baseline jumper, got it to fall. Nice shot, Ayla Krieger. Here comes Carruthers. She moves fast up the floor. Putting a move on Wimberly, off the glass, no good. Lynn Smith can't get it on her first try up. Second time she's fouled, she'll shoot two. A 20-18 lead for Lake Central as Brooke Lynn Smith is going to go to the charity stripe and shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, not only is Vanessa Wimberly shooting the ball and scoring, but she's creating plays and making it, passing to other players for them to score too. I mean, I'm so impressed with her ability to play basketball as a freshman. I mean, coming in this big game and still having all the confidence in the world. I mean, it's impressive. It's impressive to see.
Yeah, she's got the poise that you want from your starting point guard to go out there and play like you've been there before, honestly. I was trying to find the right words, but yeah, play like you've been there before, and she's done that so far. 1 for 2 trip to the line for Crown Point. It is a 20-19 lead for Lake Central as Crown Point's going to apply some pressure. That's a steal. Carruthers read that like a book. Now she's going to go to work. Inside goes up, foul is called. So Jessica Carruthers, 19.6 points per game on the season, will go to the free throw line for 2. 3:01 on the clock in this first half. First one falls. Carruthers has 7 points as we are tied at 20. She'll shoot her second of 2, and it falls. So Crown Point retakes the lead, 21-20. As LC sets up their press break and to try and get this ball across successfully. They've had trouble here the last few possessions, and they're going to continue it. Johnson just lost it. She'll get it back after the missed layup from Crown Point. And now a little bit easier to get the ball across as LC's moving in transition. Wimberly gets it over to Anaya Bishop. We're going to swing this ball around. Looking for something against this 2-3 zone that Crown Point's been running. Here's a 3. No good. It was Wimberly who took it. Was not able to get it to drop, and Crown Point moves quick. Once again, that's the theme here. They like to run the floor fast. There's a jumper from Carruthers. She didn't get it. And now LC will move. Malosnik going to drive in. She goes up. Got it. Tough layup by Riley Malosnik. She gets it to fall. 22-21 LC. under 2 minutes to play in the first half. As Carruthers almost lost it. Wimberly almost took that ball away. There's a shot by Santiago. She didn't hit it. Going Lake Central's direction. Johnson's going to throw it in. Her and Wimberly are going to pass this ball around, try and get it across half court. And Johnson will before she gets trapped, swings it over. I've been impressed with this Crown Point zone. They've done a nice job so far in this first half of running it effectively. Wimberly. Yep, they're going to call her for a travel. Obvious frustration from the LC bench. They didn't like it. A minute 20 to play. A smooth 80 seconds to go here in the first half of the battle of two top 10 teams in the class of 4A in the state of Indiana. The defending state champion Crown Point Bulldogs trailing by one, 22-21. Jessica Carruthers, 8 points on the night. She's going to bring this ball up. A soft zone from LC. Going to force a little bit of pressure on Crown Point to get this ball across, and it works, but they do get it across. Carruthers, what looked like a clean look at first, but a good closeout by Johnson. Put pressure on Carruthers as she shot it. It was off the front iron, no good. They're going to call a foul here on Lake Central. And now Nate Clayton's going to check in. Going to give Vanessa Wimberly a break. For now, a little bit of confusion. They're going to take out Malosnik instead of Wimberly. Carruthers to throw this ball in. She gets it into Stoddard. Lily Stoddard, we saw, played a big role at the beginning of this game. We haven't seen much of her here towards the end of this first half. We got under a minute to play. 50 seconds exactly. 22-21 lead, LC. As Clayton guards up on Carruthers. Carruthers, jumper. Didn't get it. Good rebound by Essence Johnson. Wimberly has it. Gets it over to Clayton. And LC's going to look to hold this for the final shot. 20 seconds to play in this first half, leading by a point. Wimberly has it at the top. 10 seconds to go. Now Wimberly's going to move. 5 seconds to play. 3 seconds. She's just going to throw some up. No good, and that will do it. An eventful first half. 22-21 lead for Lake Central. We're going to take a break here, and we will see you after halftime. LC leads 22-21. We'll see you for the second half. And welcome back to Lake Central High School. 22-21 lead. Lake Central leads the defending state champion Crown Point Bulldogs as we get ready to start the second half of this much anticipated DAC matchup. A 22-21 lead for Lake Central. We saw big numbers from Anaya Bishop. She had 7 points in that first half. Ayla Krieger and Vanessa Wimberly added 4 apiece. Riley Blonsik had 5. Wimberly, the standout freshman point guard for Lake Central, did a really nice job against Jessica Carruthers. Although she did get hers. She got 8 in the first half for Crown Point, 8 of the 21. It was a 14-10 lead for Lake Central at the end of the first quarter. And now we begin the third quarter as LC leading by just 1. We didn't really see many fouls in that first half. Nobody was really in foul trouble. Lily Stoddard had 6. We didn't see her for a good chunk of the beginning of the second quarter, but she came up here towards the end of the second and made her presence felt. The 6'4" center for Crown Point looking to do some more work down low and get Crown Point a win. The Bulldogs are on a 5-game winning streak. They're 11-1. They're 3-0 in the conference. Lake Central, however, is on a 9-game win streak. They're 10-1, and they are also undefeated in the conference through 2 games. And this one has lived up to the hype. Not just the varsity game, but the JV game before this. We saw it go into overtime. It was a really, really high-intensity matchup, and that has carried over here to this varsity matchup. As Crown Point will throw it in, and Jessica Carruthers will have it against Vanessa Wimberly. We've seen that matchup all night long, and that is not going away. Here's Brooke Lindsmith. Gets it over to Santiago in the corner. We saw Crown Point move fast on fast breaks. They didn't want to play slow in that first half. Here comes inside. It's Lynn Smith. She didn't get it to go. No foul was called either. And now Malosnik will pick up that loose ball, and LC will run it. Leading by a point. We got 16 minutes to play in regulation. If you want to be technical, about 15 minutes and 45 seconds or so, as we are already approaching the 7-minute mark here in the third quarter. That shot was missed. We have no Katie with me right now. She was just recognized, as you saw on your screen there. The softball team was recognized for their state title run. They were the runner-ups last season, so they got their rings at halftime. She'll be back here soon, but for right now, it's just me, Evan Capozzi, as Crown Point takes the lead on a Lily Stoddard layup. They're up 23-22. Wimberly's putting the moves on. She's going to go in with the right hand, didn't get it. Lynn Smith is there. She gets it back out to Santiago, and Crown Point will set it up. In the corner, it's Lynn Smith. Going baseline against Essence Johnson. Oh, good dish to Stoddard. She just was not able to handle it. Now Wimberly is going to run it. Giving Crows a taste of her own medicine as Wimberly takes it in and gets a foul called. So Vanessa Wimberly will go for 2. It's about 6:21 on the clock. Wimberly's first free throw, no good. It trickles around the rim for a second. Did not get it to fall. As we welcome Katie back. How'd it feel down there on the court ring ceremony? How was it?
It was a lot of fun, seeing my seniors back, all of them were all over the place, so it was a lot of fun.
That's good to hear. You guys, it was well deserved. You guys had a great run last year.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
You come back to a good game. Crown Point leading by 1. LC putting the pressure on. Crown Point does get it across. Fans here want to travel, didn't get it. Cheryl Demos driving inside. A foul was called. That's Zajeski, who's going to be called for it. Caitlin Zajeski already checked in the game. First one off the bench. Toss it into Stoddard. She goes up, didn't get it. So LC catches a break as Stoddard can't put that one in. And Malosnik traveled. just took an extra step before dishing that ball out. As here's Carruthers. Kicks it over Santiago. Oh, good job by Wimberly to get a fingertip on that ball. Crown Point's able to regain possession, though. Inside Stoddard. Easy lay-in. She's the first one in double figures in this game as she's got 10 for Crown Point. And a 3-point lead. Malosnik explicit defenders. Mid-range J. That looked like a very, very high-quality shot, just not able to fall. Here's Carruthers, a little stutter step. Hesitation, if you will. As Crown Point sets it up at the top of the key. Inside Stoddard. Going to work against Zajeski. She gets it with the left hand. And Lake Central just does not have an answer for Lily Stoddard right now. The 6'4" center from Crown Point is doing work in the paint against Lake Central.
Yeah, she was a little quiet in that second quarter. She was hot at the start, then went quiet. Now she's back hot. So they got to find an answer for her. Once again, this LC team just kind of looks a little rattled right now, just like the first quarter. Coming out after halftime, they just need to settle back into this half, and they'll be fine again. Go back to playing their game. When they play their game, they're leading by 5-6 points in this game.
You're right. That's a good timeout there by Coach Joe Huppenthal. Also, let your girls relax. Let them take a breather. Crown Point obviously got a 5-0 run here to start this second half. Give them a second to calm down. And that's exactly what he's doing. He's giving them a second to get a breather. And we saw LC do it in the first half. They were down 4-0 to start the game. And then they led at the end of the first quarter, led at the end of the first half. So this is a team that's resilient. They're not going to just give up. But it's all about how you respond. 5:02 on the game clock here. 27-22 Crown Point advantage. For Lake Central, it's Wimberly, Bishop, Malosnik, Zajeski, and Essence Johnson. For Crown Point, Gerodemos, Santiago, Stoddard, Lynn Smith, and Jessica Carruthers. We saw Crown Point do this in the first half where they bring their press against LC. They gave them a little bit of trouble there also. Wimberly and Johnson playing the two-person game, and they find Bishop wide open for a layup, and she puts it in. And that is exactly what you envision as a coach for a press break.
Picture perfect right there.
Santiago has it at the top, guarded by Malosnik. Carruthers versus Wimberly. Uses a screen from Stoddard. Inside. Didn't get it. Rebounded. Then kicks back out. Lynn Smith's got an open look for three. No good. But it's put back in. Gerodemos was there. And the offensive rebound turns into two for Crown Point. Here's Johnson over Zajeski. Corner three. She's going to try it. No good off the front iron. Her front iron, the side iron if you're looking at it from the front of the court. Oh, good move by Carruthers. Kicks it back out over to Santiago. Good closeout by Johnson. Oh, a block by Bishop. Going Lake Central's way. Oh, great play from Anaya Bishop. As she will get a breather as Nadia Clayton enters the game. Lake Central trailing by 5, 3:36 on the clock. Each team with just one foul here so far in this second half. Oh. Clayton tried to, well, almost looked like a no-look pass, and it did not work. Went out of bounds. So a turnover for Lake Central, and Crown Point takes possession. Wimberly putting the pressure on Carruthers. Gerodemos outside Santiago. Great defense by Wimberly. She almost was able to knock that ball away on the pass. Oh, good job by Clayton. That's a pickpocket if I've ever seen one. Here comes Clayton. She goes up. A foul is going to be called. So making up for it on the defensive end is Nadia Clayton, and she'll go to the line for 2.
You know, one thing, Evan, that I've noticed was Nadia Clayton's on the varsity girls team, and her brother is on the varsity boys team. And, I mean, being at both of these games these past 2 weeks at home, you see them both here supporting each other in the student section. I mean, firing each other up. And it's awesome to see that these two siblings are so close and have this game of basketball to connect with each other. It's really good to see.
100%. I agree 100%. It's awesome to see, and that's exactly what you want, from a sibling. And not even just siblings. The whole Elsie's got a very nice student section here today to support their team against one of the best teams in the state. So we see that at both boys and girls games at this school. Here's Carruthers. Oh, that's a beautiful right hand off the glass. Jessica Carruthers, her first bucket of the second half is a beauty, and it gives Crown Point a 7-point lead. Wimberly finding her way around. A little confusion there from Johnson and Clayton. Sajeski has it. Cross-court pass. Essence Johnson for 3. Hits it. The follow-through for number 30 as she gets a 3-pointer to fall, and Lake Central trailing by just 4. Stoddard down low. Didn't get it. Johnson can't haul it in, though, staying with Crown Point. Lily Stoddard put just a little too much spin on that basketball when she went up. A minute 54 to go in the third period. Inside, Stoddard is tipped away. Great play by Essence Johnson. And she gets it over to Wimberly. Wide open. Can't get the 3 to fall. Malosnik fighting for it. That's going to be out of bounds on Crown Point. Gerodemos, she knew it right away, too. She touched that ball, and she was like, pulled her hands back like, oh. LC is going to take possession under the basket.
LC needs to start taking advantage of Crown Point's flaws, just like Crown Point has taken advantage of LC's flaws.
Mariana Maldonado is going to check in for Crown Point. They'll give Gerodemos a breather. And now Wimberly gets it into Johnson. And Vanessa Wimberly will take it at the top. Looking to set something up. Lake Central trailing by 4, a minute and a half to play. Malosnik driving in. Oh, good play. Great take from Riley Malosnik. And it's now a 2-point game. Here's Carruthers. And a foul is going to be called. They're going to get Malosnik. They're going to say with the body when she went in to grab that basketball. Here's Carruthers. Uses a screen from Maldonado. Step back jumper. Got it. Ooh, good shot. Jessica Carruthers as we're under a minute to play in the third quarter. Oh. Clayton was not ready. And a jumper from Carruthers. Another 6-point lead, Crown Point. And that's just an unforced turnover from Lake Central, and that hurts. 30 seconds to play. Malosnik to Clayton. Back over Wimberly. Sajeski at the top. Finds Clayton. Oh, a foul's going to be called. They're going to say Stoddard got her when she was trying to grab that ball. And Nia Bishop's going to check in. 13.5 on the clock. LC's going to be able to throw this ball in from under the hoop. Abby Foster checks in for Crown Point. Oh, nice anticipation. Bishop goes up, a foul is called. That's a great anticipation play from Essence Johnson. She knew where her teammate was going to be and found her right when she needed to. And Bishop went up, and she'll shoot two. First one's good. Double digits tonight for Nia Bishop. She's got 10. Second one falls. Make it 11. 10 seconds to play. Carruthers, pressure put on by Wimberly. Good defense from Wimberly. Carruthers for three. Short, no good. So Crown Point with a huge third quarter, but they only lead by 4. 35-31 heading into quarter number 4. You saw a big beginning to that third period from Lily Stoddard. She had 6. Carruthers also hit a couple nice jump shots down the stretch as she ended that period with 6. She has 14 total. Stoddard with 12 total. Katie, what does LC need to do to retake this lead?
They just need to take advantage of Crown Point's turnovers. Crown Point has done a really good job at coming back on their side and scoring when they need to when LC gives up the ball. And LC's been doing that a lot lately, so they just need to know where they're going to throw the ball. They need to stop doing these no-look passes that aren't going to work. It's not time to be fancy. It's time to get down, be gritty, and get inside the paint and get your points.
Agreed. I agree 100%. You know, the unforced turnovers is what kind of really hurt Lake Central in that third quarter. They had a couple passes that didn't go their way that, you know, that they could have controlled. And Crown Point was able to take advantage and get buckets off of that. And so I think you hit the nail on the head once again with that. As the referees are going to take a look at the student section here. There's a volleyball up there. Look at that. We mentioned that before the game.
We did.
We knew that was coming to get that volleyball out of the student section. As we get ready to start the fourth quarter. A battle of 2 top 10 teams in Class 4A in Indiana. One of the biggest DAC girls basketball games of the year. As we get ready to start the final period of regulation. Here comes Riley Malosnik. She brings this one up. Looking for something. Bishop moving around. Crown Point still in the 2-3 zone. Malosnik wide open from the corner. Good shot from Riley Malosnik as she hits the corner 3, and LC trails by just 1. And I mentioned it at halftime. Crown Point wants to move fast. Carruthers wastes no time getting the ball down the floor. Going to find her in the corner. Stoddard's going to set her a screen. Good defense by Wimberly. It's the corners, Lynn Smith. Stoddard, mid-range jumper. No good. Good rebound by Zajeski. She pulls it down, and they'll get it to their point guard, number 1, Vanessa Wimberly, and she'll bring it up. Over to Malosnik. They're going to try the same play again, but this time Bishop takes it herself. Left hand, put it in. LC leads. Great play by Nia Bishop. It's 36-35. Here's Carruthers. Inside, right hand. Didn't get it. Tipped back out. Santiago for 3. No good. Essence Johnson rebounds. to Wimberly. Inside. Floater. No good. Stoddard grabs the ball for Crown Point, and Carruthers is going to move fast once again. One-on-one versus Wimberly. Gets it down low. Now back outside. Lynn Smith tries a three. No good. Stoddard rebounds. Over Zajeski. Puts it up. Didn't get it. Zajeski tips it away. Staying with Crown Point.
I really like that LC is kind of taking some advice, I would say, from Crown Point. Is LC is really rushing down the court just like Crown Point is. And when you got two teams going that way, people are going to start getting tired. People are going to start making errors, and that's when other teams get opportunities.
That's when the best teams prevail, Katie, is when you are moving back and forth down the floor. It's late in the fourth quarter. People are gassed. This is when you really see, who wants it more.
100%.
Timeout was called. So both teams will get a little bit of a breather. Let's speak briefly here. Obviously, we've mentioned Lily Stoddard for Crown Point in this game, 6'4". What have you seen from LC? What are they doing? What are they doing well to defend against Lily Stoddard? Because they don't have anybody on their squad that is really going to match up with her height-wise, but they're doing a good job physically down low. What are you seeing as far as that goes?
I mean, they're just doing a really, really good job at having defense out on top, but then having defense in the paint as well, because she's not going to leave the paint. You're not going to see her shooting any three balls, so they're really not worried about her up top, but keeping that paint congested with her in it's really going to help. And causing her to foul on our side is also going to help, because they're going to want to pull her out and put her back in so she doesn't foul out of this game.
Here we go, 5:50 to play. 36-35, Lake Central leads. They led 14-10 at the end of one, 22-21 at the end of two, and then they trailed 35-31 at the end of three. And now they've retaken the lead, 36-35. Ayla Krieger checks in for Zajeski. Big crowd here tonight. There's a side out here for Crown Point. They get ready to throw this ball in. It's Carruthers at the top of the key, guarded by Wimberly. This has been the matchup we've been watching all night long. Number 14 in red versus number 1 in white. Carruthers at the top by the DAC logo. Gets a screen, gets the shot. No good. Good block out by Ayla Krieger. But Crown Point still ends up with the basketball. Carruthers over. Santiago driving baseline. She goes up. Blocked by Krieger. Oh, they call a foul. And this crowd is not happy at that call. As Santiago is going to shoot 2 free throws. (36-36). Santiago knocks down the first. And the second. Crown Point takes the lead, 37-36, and they'll put pressure on Lake Central. They're going to get it across relatively easy. Wimberly has it, going to go to work. Driving baseline, gets it over to Bishop. Cross court, good screen by Krieger. Now they're going to find Krieger, over to Bishop. Nice ball movement from LC. Shot is no good. Stoddard grabbing the rebound. Up to Carruthers. Driving in, good job by Wimberly. Carruthers in trouble down low. Oh, we're going to say a foul was called. Let's see who they get. They're going to get Riley Malosnik. Her third of the game. Each team now with 4 fouls here in the second half. So we still got a ways to go before we hit the bonus for either of these squads, with 4:45 to play in regulation. Carruthers wants it down low, working against Wimberly. She's going to get it, but she won't get it. It was thrown away by Crown Point, and LC takes over. They get it across Malosnik. At the top of the key, number 2 for Lake Central. Malosnik kicks it over. It's Bishop. Looking for Malosnik in the corner. They weren't able to find her. Now they do. 3 ball. Got it! With a hand in the face, Riley Malosnik gives Lake Central a 2-point lead. Her third 3-pointer of the night. And it's 39-37. Lynn Smith drives in. Travel. They say she walked. 3:45 to go. Gonna try and break this press. It gave them a little bit of problems in the first half. They've done a nice job as of late of breaking it and getting it across half court. Malosnik has it at the top to Bishop. Watch Malosnik in the corner. Here she comes. They don't want it. Bishop takes it herself. Nice job by Santiago at Crown Point to get a hand on that one. And Bishop goes up empty-handed, but it remains with Lake Central. Malosnik's going to throw it in. It's to Johnson. Johnson's going to bring it back out. Working around. Back in Wimberley's hands at the top. Three ball. No good. Krieger. Got it. Bishop was able to find an open shot. She didn't hit it, but an offensive rebound leads to 2 more for Ayla Krieger. Carruthers at the top. Crown Point suddenly trailing by 4 points. Jared Demos in trouble. Timeout, Crown Point. Great defense from Lake Central, and they lead by 4 and seem to have all the momentum.
Yeah, Ayla Kruger's doing an excellent job covering Crown Point's, number 1 player right now, Lily Stoddard. I see her working down in that paint, and she is doing an excellent job.
Agreed, 100%, and not only on the defensive end, but also on the offensive side of the basketball. So an offensive rebound and a putback for 2 more for Lake Central. They lead 41-37. If you're Crown Point, the ball's got to be, if you're thinking about it, the ball's got to be in Jessica Carruthers' hands. And if not, then you got to be trying to get the ball down low to Lily Stoddard, because that's where you've had success tonight, is with those 2 players. And you can't get away from that here down the stretch with 2:19 to go in the 4th quarter. So if you're Lake Central, you got to be able to try and find a way to keep that ball out of Lily Stoddard's hands, because Vanessa Wimberley has done a great job tonight on Jessica Carruthers. If you can stop Stoddard down low through these final 2 minutes and change, it's going to look pretty good here for LC as they lead by 4. Now, with that being said, stopping Lily Stoddard is no small task, as we've seen tonight. 12 points for Stoddard. And she's going to look to add on as we play these final 2 minutes and 19 seconds out. Carruthers to throw this ball in. Rather easily to Santiago. A legal screen on Carruthers. And they say she moved. And LC takes over. Number 20, Zoe Wells for Crown Point is going to check in. Essence Johnson over to Riley Malosnik. Now it's Wimberley. 2-3 zone still for Crown Point. No, they're back in the man, excuse me. Man-to-man defense. Now Johnson stuck in the corner by half court. Foul is called. Oh, that ref was waiting for something, whether it be Johnson's foot to hit that line or a foul. They're going to get the foul on Brooke Lindsmith, number 13 for Crown Point. It's her second. And just 2 fouls to give now for Crown Point before Lake Central enters the bonus. And a little bit of confusion of some sort, it seems. We're ready to play. Bishop gets it in. Milosnik has it. Under 2 to go. Zoe Wells guarding Milosnik. And she's just dribbling her way around up here, wasting valuable seconds for Crown Point. Wimberly inside, she's going to bring it back out. LC is in no hurry to find a shot. And they'll dribble this one out all the way if they have to, as we're approaching the 1 minute and 20-second mark. Wimberly has it, guarded by Wells. Putting the moves on her. Over to Essence Johnson. And finally, Crown Point decides it's time to foul, and Lindsmith gets Johnson. Lake Central just ran off around 45 seconds of game clock. Before Crown Point decided to foul. And now 1 minute and 9 on the clock. Essence Johnson at the free throw line. She's got 7 points in this game. She's made key plays though on the defensive end as well, and she misses the first. Here's Carruthers inside. Now Crown Point really does have to move fast. Carruthers inside, right hand. Foul is called. Krieger holding her hands up like she went straight up. And she may have, but Carruthers is going to get to shoot 2 regardless. Jessica Carruthers. 14 points in this game. She's averaging 19 on the year. Her first free throw is good. .51. We're under 60 seconds as this place gets allowed. Second one is good. 2 for 2 trip to the line for Carruthers. And it's a 2-point game. Now a pressure from Crown Point, but Wimberly breaks it rather easily, and then a foul is called. So they're going to send Vanessa Wimberly to the free throw line. Carruthers gets tagged for that one, her 3rd foul, as Zoe Wells comes out, and Giardemos checks in. Wimberly's first free throw, no good. Good rebound by Stoddard over Krieger. Here comes Carruthers. Jump shot, contested. Didn't get it. Fighting for the rebound. Lake Central way. There was a scrum for the loose ball around the baseline, and the refs determined Lake Central would take possession.
That's such a great effort by Riley Milosnik here. I mean, she's shooting the ball, she's digging for balls. I mean, I've been very impressed with her performance.
Yeah, she's hit some clutch shots, putting her body on the line as a timeout is called with 40.1 to play. And here's the thing, if you're Crown Point, I mean, you can't complain. That's where you want the ball. You want the ball in Jessica Carruthers' hands in these clutch moments, and it just didn't fall. And Lake Central did a good job of diving on that loose ball. And now they'll get a chance to really try and put this game away. Katie, what has allowed Lake Central, as we saw them struggle there in the third quarter a little bit, what got them back into this basketball game?
No, I think the support from the student section has really helped. I think the support from the team on the bench has really helped. And I think them just being able to match Crown Point's speed up and down the court has showed them, hey, they can do, if they can do it, we can do it too. And they've really, really showed that and showed the fight. And hopefully Lake Central can come out on top because they've really put in the effort that they've needed, to knock this Crown Point team off.
Yeah, they've done a really nice job of the hustle plays, honestly. They played good defense. I've been really impressed with LC's defense in this game. Wimberley, especially working against Carruthers, I've been really, really impressed. But here we go, crunch time, 40 seconds to play, 40.1 to be exact. LC leads 41-39. Essence Johnson to inbound. Crown Point obviously going to apply some pressure. They're going to foul most likely if they can get this, if LC can get this ball in. They don't right away. They're going to try and force LC to get it across half court, and it's a steal. That's Zoe Wells. Layup is good, and we're tied at 41. And now LC gets it in. It's Wimberley driving down. Blocking foul is called on Wells, and Wimberley's going to shoot. What a sequence. And Crown Point made the right call by not fouling right away on that first inbounds pass from Lake Central. They tried to force them to get it across half court. They got a steal, got an easy fast break layup, and now we're tied at 41. Wimberley going to shoot 22.6 on the clock. First one, no good. And here we go, 20 seconds. Crown Point is able to hold for the final shot if they choose. Carruthers versus Wimberley. Screen from Stoddard. Wimberley recovers, 8 seconds, 6 seconds, 3 seconds. Step back, no good, overtime. Am I having deja vu?
I don't know, Evan, I think I am too.
We saw an overtime period in the JV game before this, and now we're tied at 41 heading to a fifth period at Lake Central High School between the number 2 team in Class 4A in the state of Indiana and the number 10 team in Class 4A in the state of Indiana. What a game.
What a game.
Now, I'm going to confess, watching the JV game, I was like, I don't know if this varsity game is going to live up to the hype. You know, it's obviously highly anticipated, but that JV game was awesome. This has lived up to the hype.
Yes, 150%. LC's done an absolute great job of staying in this game, and Crown Point has as well. It's 100% evenly matched up at this point. LC's taken advantage of Crown Point, and Crown Point's taken advantage of LC. So now going into overtime, it's really going to show who's the better team in this game.
And as a basketball fan, you really can't ask for anything better. We're seeing great offensive plays, three-pointers, physicality down low. We're seeing great defensive plays, IQ plays. We see a big point guard matchup between Jessica Carruthers and freshman Vanessa Wimberley for Lake Central. Lily Stoddard has been a force to be reckoned with down low for Crown Point, and that's been the mission for LC, is to stop the 6'4" center down low. We've seen everything in this game, and now we're going to get to see an extra 4 minutes of free basketball.
Yeah, this LC team is going to need all the motivation from the student section and this crowd here to get through this overtime. I mean, people are tired, it's tough, but if you can have that extra push from your own fans, that might push you over the edge.
We said it before, Kate. This is the point of games where we really see who wants it more, and being at home in high school sports, it may not seem to be as big of a factor as professional or college, but this student section is rocking. And you know that gives these players a little bit of an edge. As Crown Point wins the tip, it's Carruthers at the top, guarded by Wimberley. Tied at 41. Krieger doing a good job down low against Stoddard. Back outside looking to set something up is Jessica Carruthers. 16 points in the game for number 14, the leading scorer for Crown Point. Inside Carruthers, fadeaway jumper, got it. Oh, that's a tough shot. That is a tough shot by Carruthers, but she puts it in. Adds to her total, and it's a 2-point lead, Crown Point 43-41. Here comes Wimberly, gets it over to Bishop. Anaya Bishop working in the paint. Puts it up, no good. Stoddard fighting for the rebound, as is Bishop. Jump ball. Possession arrow is with Lake Central, so it'll stay on this end of the floor. As Essence Johnson will walk towards the baseline, getting ready to throw this one in. Essence Johnson's a name that we've mentioned multiple times tonight. She's done a really nice job for Lake Central doing the Grady stuff. We've seen blocks by her. We've seen her playing really good defense. An underrated name for this LC squad. Wimberly has it at the top. Coach Joe Huppenthal calling out a set. Krieger looking for Milosnik at the top. Wimberly's going to work against Stoddard. Outside Johnson, 3-ball, got it! Corner 3, Essence Johnson, the lead goes back to LC. Second 3 of the night for Johnson, and LC takes the lead 44-43. 2 minutes and 20 seconds on the clock. Here comes Carruthers, finds a lane, takes it in. Foul is called. Essence Johnson's going to be called for the reach in. That was a nice play by Carruthers. She saw that lane right as she was rounding that corner and decided to take it, and it put her at the free throw line.
That 3-ball by Essence Johnson is exactly what you want to see out of a senior on this team. She's not afraid to take those shots. She's confident in her ability to make those shots in big times and big games like this, and it's good to see that she's confident in herself, and that's exactly what you want to see out of a senior on this team.
100%. This place is loud. Carruthers' second free throw goes, and the Crown Point Bulldogs lead 45-44. Jessica Carruthers is now at the 20-point threshold, passing her average for the season, as she has been all sorts of dominant, especially in this second half and overtime period. Wimberly has done her best. The freshman has done a nice job defending, but Carruthers has just found ways to get the ball in the bucket. Here comes LC's offense. Bishop swings it over. It's Wimberly. Puts a move on Zoe Wells. Can't get it to fall, however, but she grabs her own rebound. Johnson over Milosnik. Wide open 3. Got it! Another big 3. This place is rocking. Carruthers takes it up slow. 2-point lead, 47-45. Carruthers for 3. Didn't get it. Oh, huge rebound down low. A foul is called. That's Brooke Lynn-Smith, who fought her way in there and grabbed the miss and was able to go back up and draw the foul. A minute and 22 seconds. 2 big free throws for Lynn-Smith. First one with ease. First points for Brooke Lynn-Smith since the first half. She's got 5 on the night. Ready for the second. Got it. Knotted at 47. Essence Johnson guarded by Santiago. She gets it across half court. Hands it off Milosnik. Tough defense from Crown Point. And a blocking call. Zoe Wells is going to be tagged with that one. And then we're in the double bonus for Lake Central, so Milosnik's going to get to shoot 2. Riley Milosnik has hit a couple big threes now down the stretch. We saw one there in the fourth quarter and now one in overtime as she gets 2 free throws. First one no good. 105. 65 seconds. 47-47. Number 2, Crown Point. Number 10, Lake Central. Each team with just one loss. Second free throw from Malosnik is good. "15 points on the night for Riley Malosnik. Good defense by Vanessa Wimberly. Under a minute to play, 50-second mark. Carruthers. Santiago driving in, left-handed floater. Got it. Crown Point leads 49-48. Under 40 to play. Wimberly at the top, 30 seconds to go. Over to Anaya Bishop. Inside, goes up, didn't get it. Fight for it on the ground. Crown Point has it. And they're going to call a jump ball. And Crown Point has the possession. 18.8. Can only imagine LC's going to look very briefly for a steal and then going to have to foul. Timeout is called. Lake Central calls it. 49-48, 18.8.
This is a good timeout call by Coach Joe Huppenthal. I mean, really just to let his team regroup, understand what every single person on the court needs to do and what their part is in case of any situation that happens. I think this is a really, really good idea by him.
Yeah, and it gives your players a breather, lets them take a second and kind of ease their mind. This is a big game. No doubt they know it. We know it. Everyone in this arena knows it. It's all going to come down to this 1-point lead for Crown Point. Going to have to try very briefly to get a steal. We saw Crown Point do something similar in the first half. Granted, they had a little bit of more, at the end of the second half, they had a little bit of more time than LC does. But they allowed LC to get it in, and they didn't allow them to get past half court. They got a steal and took it instead of fouling. You got to think 18 seconds left. LC does not have that much time to spare. But Wimberly has done a nice job. We've seen a couple times tonight where she's gotten a hand on the ball before Carruthers has gotten past half court. Can only hope for something like that to happen here. Ready to throw it in, number 23, Nikki Girodemos for Crown Point. They're going to double Carruthers off the bat. They get it into Santiago and immediately a foul. So Malosnik is going to be called. That's going to be her fourth, however. It's going to be a 1-on-1 for Crown Point. Crown Point has been good tonight from the free throw line, especially towards the end of the fourth quarter. And Zoe Wells, number 20 for Crown Point, we saw her grab a big steal at the end of the fourth quarter and put up a layup to bring Crown Point back in that game. We'll check in before the free throws. A timeout is called. So that only took off about a second and a half. You figure if they, knock down both free throws, it's still a one-possession game at 3 points. We've seen some big threes from this Lake Central team.
They have. They've shown that they're not afraid to shoot that three ball, even in high, intense situations. So
Riley Malosnik with 4 3-pointers on the night. Essence Johnson with 2 herself.
Yeah, you want the ball in one of their 2 hands right now. That's who you want to get the ball to. Run it down and give it to one of those 2 players and hope for the best.
So Santiago's a shooter here for Crown Point. She is 2 for 2 from the free throw line tonight. She was fouled with 17.3 seconds on the clock. It's going to be a 1-on-1. Not the double bonus just yet for CP. And here we go. Missed it. She missed it. Wimberly grabs the rebound. A foul is called. Are they going to get Santiago? They are. They're going to say I'm guessing when Wimberly grabbed that basketball, Santiago grabbed her arm of some sort. That's what they get. Just the first foul for Santiago in this game, though. Double bonus, LC. Wimberley is going to get 2. LC trails by 1. First free throw, no good. So the freshman misses the first free throw.
All she's got to do is take a deep breath here, know the player that she is, know that she can shoot the ball, clear her mind, and get this free throw right here.
A big one. They're going to give Riley Malonzik a break. Cameron Weber, number 3, will check in for Lake Central. 1 free throw. Trailing by 1. 16.3 on the clock. The freshman point guard, Vanessa Wimberly. Here we go. Didn't get it. It bounced out. Stoddard rebounds. They get it over. It's Carruthers. She has it and is fouled. And that's big because Carruthers, obviously, Crown Point's best scorer, has not missed a free throw tonight.
Yeah, she's been really, really good at the free throw line, but you just got to hope that she falters and we can take advantage of that here.
Carruthers is 6 for 6 from the charity stripe. Bishop checks back in. It's Zajeski, Bishop, Vanessa Wimberly, Essence Johnson, and Riley Malosik, the 5 on the floor for Lake Central. It's going to be 1 here. A 1-and-1 for Carruthers. Got it. Crown Point seemed to be so confident in that, they didn't even have anybody in the lane. Whether that's confidence in Jessica Carruthers, or just because they want to get back on defense and prevent a shot, I don't know. But either way, Carruthers knocks it down. It don't matter. 50-48 is the score. 2-point lead for Crown Point. 13.5 on the clock.
Yeah, I expect to see Riley Malosnik sitting down here by the 3-point line in our end, and hopefully LC can just get the ball and she'll somehow, some way be open to be able to shoot that 3 ball, because that's what they need right now.
We've seen a couple of different times tonight plays that have been designed for Riley Malosnik specifically to get her open in that corner. So there's still 1 timeout for Lake Central. I would not be surprised if this is a make. They call that timeout, set something up, and try to hit her for a 3-pointer to try and tie the game. Now Carruthers still has to make this free throw, however. This could be a 2-point game coming down the other end, and now it's a whole different story.
Exactly.
So it's all going to come down to this. Carruthers going to shoot 1, leading by 2, 50-48, 13.5 to go. We are in the 5th period, as the scoreboard says here at Lake Central High School.
You can feel the tension in this LC gym right now. Every single person's on the edge of their seat waiting to see the outcome of this game.
Carruthers, here we go. Got it. 22 points on the night for Carruthers, and here comes LC quick. They're going to try and get it across half court. They do. Malosnik has it. 9 seconds. 8 seconds to go. We're down to 5. They got to get the 3 ball off. 3 seconds. Bishop step back 3. Didn't get it. It is over. Crown Point wins it. 51-48 is the final. LC just not able to get something to go on that last possession, and that is going to do it.
Yeah, I think LC's youngness kind of got the best of them there. You know, Crown Point had their seniors and had their older players that have been in big, huge games like this. I mean, they were just in a state championship last year. And I think, the youngness of LC kind of hurt them in this game, because they knew, Crown Point knew going into this game that this was going to be a big game, and they knew how to prepare and they knew how to handle for it. Where LC didn't have that as much. So, I mean, for LC to make it this close of a game against the state champions of last year is a great game, in my opinion. I mean, LC's on the losing side of this, but they played absolutely great.
Yeah, the youth of Lake Central just got the best of them there towards the end. Crown Point was a more experienced team, and that's ultimately what helped them win this game, I believe. But this is a game that Crown Point, these young players, are not going to forget anytime soon. This is something that they can use to build off of. So this is not you can't mark this down as a complete loss. This was a great game that Lake Central played. great game that Crown Point played. The fans loved it. It was an awesome atmosphere. And you really can't ask for better high school girls basketball than what we just witnessed. And so Lake Central falls to Crown Point 51-48. Jessica Carruthers for Crown Point was awesome, 22 points. LC did their best to stop her. They tried to do what they could do. Just didn't work at the end of the day. But a really, really big game for those young players on Lake Central to take and use moving forward. Any last thoughts, Katie, before we head out?
No, this is just one of those games where you take it, you go into the locker room, you talk about it, and you come back to practice the next day and work 10 times harder. So when you see Crown Point again, you know what they're going to do and how to prepare for these big games again. When you see them, I have a good feeling LC is going to be on the other side of this one.
Which they will. It's going to be fun. We got a lot of season left to play. If that's any indication of what we're going to see moving forward, it's going to be a good one. Thank you guys all for joining us tonight. Everybody drive safe, get home safe. I'm Evan Capozzi with Katie Odrobanek. Thank you.